after completion of Convoy Hotel Golf 107, which she had just escorted into the Irish Sea from Gibraltar. Ordered to put into Milford Haven in Wales, she proceeded independently toward her destination. At 7:30 that evening, as she transited the Bristol Channel, the warship was spotted by U-boat number 91. According to the submarine's war diary, the U-boat dived and maneuvered into an attack position, fired one torpedo out of the stern tube at 8:15 in the evening from a range of about 550 meters. Minutes later, the torpedo hit Tampa and exploded portside amidships, throwing up huge, luminous columns of water. The cutter sank with all hands, 115 officers and men, plus a captain and 10 seamen from the Royal Navy and 5 civilian employees. In a letter to the families of the Tampa crew, then Commandant of the Coast Guard Bertolf wrote, "In the sinking of the Tampa, the naval force suffered its greatest individual loss during the war. The officers and men of the Coast Guard are inured to danger, and there is no room for doubt that those aboard Tampa met their fate with heroic fortitude. It is a matter of record that the officers and men who went down with Tampa met their fate in the performance of their duty. No greater tribute could be paid to the memory of any man." So one of those selfless sailors was water tender Fred Wesley Wyman. Mr. Wyman's responsibilities were in the engine room, and I have every reason to believe that he was on the watch standing at well on the evening of 26 September 1918, 93 years ago. His sacrifice and that of his shipmates is memorialized on the Coast Guard World War Memorial in Arlington National Cemetery. On the 11th of November 1999, then Secretary of Transportation Rodney Slater and the Commandant of the Coast Guard, Admiral Jim Loy, presented Purple Heart medals to the family members of the officers and crew of Coast Guard Cutter Tampa, who could be present that day in Washington, D.C. So in recognition of water tender Fred Wesley Wyman's service to his country and his personal sacrifice, I present you, his family, on behalf of the President of the United States, the Commandant of the Coast Guard, and a grateful nation, his Purple Heart. I would like to ask the Wyman family members to come up, Senator Ayotte and Master Chief Rochford, if you would join me in the presentation. The citation reads, "The United States of America, to whom all who shall see these presents greetings. Know ye that this is to certify that the President of the United States of America has awarded the Purple Heart, established by General George Washington at Newburgh, New York, on August 7th of 1782, to water tender Fred Wesley Wyman for wounds received in action on September 26, 1918. Given under my hand in the city of Washington, D.C., this 5th day of July, 2011, Robert J. Pack, Admiral, U.S. Coast Guard, Commandant of the Coast Guard."